Hey there living jet setters, I'm in the beautiful town of Tbilisi and this is the old town here. It's a beautiful country of Georgia and all as if you guys must have heard that what do you do when you come to Tbilisi, Georgia? Well, that's exactly what we're going to help you do. We're going to take you around a full day tour of the sights and attractions here in Tbilisi. Follow me. The best way to experience the old town is the conventional way of just walking around, because as you walk around you'll actually find so many interesting things like beautiful graffiti, and the streets and the old buildings have a unique charm to it. The thing we've come across here, this is actually a toilet, so if you want to use it and you're roaming around, all you need to do is just put some coins in here and then toilet at your disposal right in the street. So I made my way to the main center part of the town, and I'm making my way actually to Rike Park. Now Rike Park is the place where actually you can take the cable car ride and go all the way up to the fortress called the Narikala fortress. But as I was walking towards the Rike Park, I saw a cathedral here. So let's go and check this out. And as we were wandering around, we came across a vantage point and check out these views. So I think that's why the best way of exploring Tbilisi is just to walk around and look. Oh wow, now that is beautiful. You literally get the whole view of Georgia from here, and I'm sure now this is the Rike Park, because if you can see down there, that's the cable car, and from here you take the cable car all the way up and it goes to the fortress, which is called the Narikala fortress. And if you can see, if I zoom in, there's also a cathedral. I think that's the Holy Trinity Cathedral. There are so many. Now remember, the main religion here in Georgia is actually Orthodox Christians. Okay, so mission number 1 accomplished in our day. If you're in the Tbilisi old town, just find your way. You can use Google Maps, and when you do, you just walk around, because trust me, you can soak in the atmosphere of the neighborhoods and make your way to Rike Park. And once you get here, we are going to go down there and take the cable car and make our way up. Let's go. So the reason why I said that you need to start off your day in Tbilisi if you're exploring on your own from Rike Park is because, one, you can take the cable car ride and go up all the way to Narikala fortress. You can even walk from here to Holy Trinity Cathedral, which we are going to do that. And also you have the amazing the most famous bridge here in Tbilisi. I still don't know the name. Let me get back to you on that also. So we made our way down, and that's a nice beautiful waterfall. So that's the famous Peace Bridge right over there. So we're going to check that out later, but we're going to make our way to the cable car and walking through the Rike Park. So this is from where we were up and we came downstairs. And even just walking around this park is so beautiful. The weather is so nice. It's so cool, overcast, and gives you a nice vibe actually. It feels good to be here. So we have made our way to the cable car here in Rike Park. Kiki, how are you feeling?
Oh, this is awesome. This is so reviving.
I think, okay, that's the cash. I think the cable car is closed. It opens at 10 o'clock. Okay, so remember that. The cable car opens at 10. Since the cable car opens at 10, now we're going to head, which is just by walking distance, to the Peace Bridge. So we'll cover that. So this behind me is actually the Bridge of Peace, and it runs over the Kura river. So basically it connects Rike Park, which is behind me, to Tbilisi Old Town on that side. And it's actually a suspended bridge with beautiful architecture. Peace, and let there be peace right here at the Bridge of Peace. And when you're here in Tbilisi, you have to do this. be here at the Bridge of Peace. The views here are spectacular, and you don't want to miss it. Yeah. And we are back to the cable car, which starts at 10 a.m. and we already have a bit of crowd here. So the price of the tickets is just 2 lari.
One way 7.40, up and down 12.
Up and down 12, okay. So this card actually costs you 6 lari going up and down. So it's always good to get this card, and then you can top it up if you want. So we're going upwards now, and the views are really spectacular. And this is the view from up here at the Narikala fort. Trust me, you cannot get better views of Tbilisi from here. So guys, actually the statue that we were seeing from right down is actually called as the Mother of Georgia. So that is the Mother of Georgia statue, and the views from here are spectacular. So just moments back we were on that bridge, which is the Bridge of Peace, and that's the Rike Park right over there. And at the distance you can see the Holy Trinity Cathedral there. So beautiful. So once you're on the top here, there are a lot of cafes. You can actually sit down and enjoy a nice cup of coffee overlooking all these views. But I'm gonna make my way to the Mother of Georgia statue. So when you come on top here and when you visit the Mother of Georgia statue, the view just right behind her is really spectacular. You have this pine trees and this dense forest with lush greenery. It's amazing. There's also a zip line on top, and it just costs 50 lari. So you can zip across the botanical garden on the zip line, and that will get you right down there. But then remember, you cannot come back, so you got to walk all the way back. So I'm not going to walk all that. And next, once you're up here, you have to check out the Narikala fortress, and that is the old fortress behind me. So let's go, come on. We did something. We climbed from an off-beaten path. Let's go. So you can really put your mountaineering skills to the test, and these are like some of the off-beaten paths, but the views that you get are spectacular. And that's where we came from. And Georgia is all about the mountains, you know. You're up here in the mountains enjoying it and experiencing it, and with such beautiful weather, you can actually convert some of your excursions into a hike. Takes your breath away physically and visually. That's how far we are, and quite on top of the mountain. Well, let's try and see if we can get inside this church, if it's open. And there's Kiki, who took the conventional road. Kiki, how are you? How was the hike up here? Looks like she's gonna collapse any moment now. Let's try and see if we can get inside. I think it's gonna be beautiful. Come, the Orthodox Church of Saint Nicholas, the Wonder Worker, and the church timings are from 11 to 6. We're actually blessed because just as we are reaching here, they might be opening the church. So the burning of incense is actually like paying your respects. So that's why before each saint you will actually find like incense sticks placed there. And this is so beautiful. Now, you know that Georgia is famous for its wines, and true to that, this is a grape wine. So you'll see this quite a lot here. No wonder it's so famous for its wines here. Right across, this is a pomegranate tree, and you can see small pomegranates growing. Wow. Georgia and Tbilisi in particular is all about climbing mountains. Let's go! As you make your way down from the Narikala fortress, we can avoid the cable car. You can actually take the steps, because as you take the steps down, on the way down you will come across this area of the old town where you have all the sulfur baths, and I'm just going to show you that pan. So these that you can see are the bath houses and the sulfur bath houses. We are in basically the famous sulfur bath area of Tbilisi, or also known as the Abuno Tubani or bath area. Now, right, the turbines, the power station for the turbines, which initially used to generate this sulfur water basically. And just in the bath area, we'll come across this pretty fancy love bridge where you lock your love away in a symbolic form. It's pretty neat. So there we go, guys. We have taken like a private suite with it, and you can take like a masseuse and with a body scrub. So I think we're going to get the whole thing done, and they can even rent you towels also. So looking forward to this one, and this looks pretty nice actually. Looks very clean, very hygienic, and yeah, can't wait to actually try out the sulfur baths here in Tbilisi. So these are like some of the soaps also. So guys, this is the sulfur baths. It is really hot, so let's get changed right away. Okay, super excited. Now there's actually a step-by-step process when you're doing the sulfur baths. You're going to repeat this process 2 to 3 times. So what is the process? Basically, first you're going to shower, and you're going to get inside this hot sulfur water here, and be there for 10 minutes. Then again shower. Then you probably can sit out, have some water, then come back here 10 minutes, again shower, and then again 10 minutes. Now, some of the sulfur baths also give you like massage. This is like a body scrub, so you can actually do like a body scrub here, which will be actually to basically exfoliate your skin and all that. So super excited, and let's go in the pool, but before that let's shower and be back. Now it's always good to use the shower cap before you go inside the sulfur. So you can actually feel the smell of the sulfur, and kind of reminds me like of a chemistry lab where the sulfur smells like I don't want to say this now, but rotten eggs. Like, I seem to be enjoying this now. So once you get the what do you call that, the hang of it, the heat, it seems okay. And even this room, it gives you like, you know, kind of medieval kind of a feeling. Let me show you this. So that's where the massage will be taking place later. And let me pan up to the camera. Okay guys, now is the time for my massage, and I have to lie down on that. And basically you get a choice of a scrub So they're going to use like a scrubber and then soap you up. So I can't film this, so adios. I really feel very refreshed, and the skin actually feels good, and gonna make my way out now of the sulfur baths. But yeah, that's an experience you guys definitely have to try. So now let's head for lunch. Okay, so right outside the sulfur baths in the same area, there's this very fantastic restaurant that I know of. It's called the Culinarium Kashera. So we're gonna go inside and try this. So we have this traditional Georgian restaurant here, and you actually got traditional Georgian cuisine. So lunchtime beckons. Let's see what's on offer. Hi, could you help me with the menu, please?
Sorry?
Could you help me with the menu? So we want to try like some traditional Georgian cuisine or something like that.
You can have this. The Meryl is kind of sauce.
Okay.
So you can try the dry bozbashi. The bozbashi is the meatball. But you okay with pork and beef meat?
Yeah, pork and beef is okay, right? Yeah.
Dumplings, so.
Okay, we'll try the King Kali soup. Yeah. One, I think one should be okay. I think because that's quite a lot, right? It's okay. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. And can you get me one Pepsi? No.
We have just homemade lemonade.
Homemade lemonade is okay, right? Yeah. So one homemade lemonade. And what would you recommend from the wines? I think you have quite a good collection, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
So the first time I'm gonna have wine in Georgia.
You mean by glass or?
By glass, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me bring some.
Okay. You're the man, yeah.
So yeah. Now.
There's something interesting. There's something known as a magic mushroom soup, and we're on vacation. We're gonna try it. I want to see what's the magic about it. So let's go for the magic mushroom soup. So I've got myself some nice wine here. Cheers. So I think this is basically a dry wine. Great taste though. So this is the King Kali soup. So that's basically with dumplings inside. Now there's actually a particular way of eating the dumpling. Like you actually don't eat this portion of it, the apex. You just eat the other portion. But let me try the soup first and see how is it. Great flavor, very nice, very refreshing. Wow, and look at that steam coming off. So the way to eat a King Kali here in Tbilisi, Georgia is you actually don't eat this portion. The doughy portion, you take it off and you just eat this portion. That is really good. These are the meatballs that have just arrived, and this is the baby chicken. So like we have a good meal on hand. Bon appetit. So I'm gonna try this chicken. Looks really appetizing. So let's see how is it. So tender, delicious, really juicy, and I think this is the highlight of the meal so far. I've still not tasted the meatballs. Let me go for that. The meatballs, absolutely amazing. I'm so divided now which was better, the chicken or the meatballs. Delicious, fresh, and I think a perfect way for my first meal, lunch here in Tbilisi. That was a wonderful meal. And guys, seriously, if you want to have a nice meal, this is the restaurant that you should come. It's the Culinarium Kashera. Amazing food. Do give it a try. So as you can see, that's the cable cars right behind me, and so basically we've taken a whole loop, finished lunch, and then we're crossing back over. So right above Meteki Church, and it's so beautiful. The amazing part of the most of attractions that we visited in the morning, like the Narikala fortress, the church that we entered to, and all this were free. So we just paid for the cable ride, our lunch, and 2-3 souvenirs that we bought along the way. And the sulfur baths, of course, we paid for that too. And just some natural sights that if you just walk around the town of Tbilisi, you can just, you know, take it all and soak it all in. So after that fabulous lunch, now we are making our way to the Holy Trinity Cathedral. Now the Holy Trinity Cathedral is one of the largest here in Georgia. So let's go and check that out. Now again, be prepared to walk because it's quite an uphill climb and to the Holy Trinity Cathedral. And but one way, it's a good way to burn all those calories that you just had for lunch. So again, I cannot say this enough. Please wear proper, comfortable walking shoes. You're gonna need it. See the road, it's not all flat, so you will need good walking shoes in Old Tbilisi to get around. Anyway guys, we're almost reaching the cathedral, which is in the distance there. So we have finally reached here. This is the Holy Trinity Cathedral and it looks superb. You can easily spot this Holy Trinity Cathedral from any point, any vantage point here in Tbilisi. Let's go check this out. Now apparently this is the third largest Orthodox cathedral in the world, third largest. So very curious to know and to check this out. So we're making our way inside the cathedral and there's already, you can get like a certain vibe here. There's a lot of chanting and all going on. So let's go and check this. So we have the beautiful sun setting in the background and this magnificent Holy Trinity Cathedral in the backdrop. And then you have the mountains all over. It's such a nice and sacred place to be at. I think this has to be like one of your must visit things when you're in Tbilisi. It's just beautiful. It makes you feel so good, so blessed. So after visiting the cathedral, we just stopped by a small cafeteria which is located just outside the cathedral, and I'm going to try the local dish here which is called the kachapuri. So I'm going to try the local dish kachapuri with some coffee along with it. Now the kachapuri is basically like the Georgians take their bread very seriously. I want to say that, and it's considered actually sacred, the bread here. So the kachapuri is basically a bread dish which with the center in between and with egg, cheese and some filling stuffed in it. It's supposed to be very heavy, but let's go and see how we feel the taste is of kachapuri, the local Georgian dish, if not the national dish too. So make sure you pace yourself, and nothing beats it like a nice good cup of coffee to get that energy going. And we have 2 more places to visit in the day, and actually it doesn't feel rushed at all. There you have it guys, the kachapuri is here. So as you can see, there's egg, there's cheese, there's butter and inside the bread. So I'm gonna dig in. Let's go for it. Is here. So first thing is we gotta mix it up. So Here we go. Okay, I've done mixing it up. Now I'm going to break some of the bread. Okay, here we go, guys. Looks really steaming hot. It's really heavy and has a unique taste. The cheese, the egg, the butter, all like blends in. But the bread is winner for me. It's super hot. As you can see, the steam coming. Amazing. Okay, honestly, that was really filling. I thought at first it's going to be really heavy, but my suggestion is always go for the small size. Then that will be enough. But not bad, yeah. Pretty impressed with the khachapuri. I like it. Alright, so that coffee was good and we made our way out, and so we're gonna try to walk by the palace of the President of Georgia and then probably head on to the Metiki church. So just when you make your way out of the Holy Trinity Cathedral, you can actually just walk down, and just below that, probably 5-10 minutes away, and I can actually see it is the palace of the President of Georgia. So let's head that way, and as you can see, it's slowly getting dark, and I think we did quite we explored quite a lot of Tbilisi in one day. So let's end it in a nice way. Let's go. So that's actually the palace of the President of Georgia, and obviously we cannot go in and unless he invites us. That's the palace gates, and that's where the President of Georgia lives. So we cannot go inside. So let's make our way to the other place now. So the architecture here in Tbilisi is spectacular. Even some of the new modern architecture, like look at, and just gorgeous. I like the way, especially how the balconies are done. Look at that. Beautiful. So this is the Brim Hotel, which is right next to the palace of the President of Georgia. Stunning. And as the city lights up at night, it's a different spectacle all over. We have one more destination that I would definitely like you guys to check out, is the Metiki Church. And then at the Metiki Church, just from below, next to the bridge, you can get a whole view of Georgia, the Tbilisi, I would say, at night, and it is beautiful. And there we have it, guys. That's the Metiki Church, looking spectacular at night. That's the Kura River. And now just to give you an idea of all what we did today, so you have the Narikala fortress there. So that's old Tbilisi town. That's the Narikala fortress. That's the, if you can see in the distance, that's the Mother of Georgia statue. That's the cable cars running back and forth. And I'm going to pan the camera more. That's a beautifully illuminated, I think, a TV tower, but looks so nice. And panning the camera more, we come across the Bridge of Peace, well lit up at night and looks so beautiful. And moving this way. So you have Rike Park there, that's the balloon, the hot air balloon. Rike Park, and back to the Metiki Church. So even the night time is beautiful here. You should just come out, roam around the Tbilisi area, and in fact being on the bridge right now, it gives you like a whole 360-degree panoramic view of all the sights and attractions here in Tbilisi. So the nightlife here in Tbilisi is also very happening. So we have made our way in the old Tbilisi town area. And as you know, the wines are very famous here. So every 10 meters you are going to find a wine shop. So we had a great time. I hope you loved the itinerary, and this is the right time for you, if you like this, to please hit that subscribe, like and share button. We're going to head out and get some nice Georgian wine and call it a day until we meet again.